Welcome back here to the PM Show Weekend Edition on CRN Digital Talk Radio. Robert Conrad, a little under the weather. I'm Michael Horn. We have Roger E. Mosley in studio, taking the reins of the old Wild Wild West show here, the PM Show Weekend Edition, and filling in for us today. And we thank you very much for that, by the way, Roger E. Mosley. You're the best. And you were just before the break going to talk to us about working with Burt Reynolds. You worked with the great Burt Reynolds and Chris Christopherson. What's that all about?
Yeah, and Semi-Tough.
Oh, that's right, Semi-Tough.
That's right, yeah. Golly, all the names just ran through my head. The actress now,
Jill Clayburgh.
Yeah, Jill Clayburgh. Yeah, she left us.
She did leave us, didn't she? That was sad,
yeah. And the great iconic actor, the one that 20.
Oh, Robert Preston.
Robert Preston. Yeah, I got a chance.
Hey, you're helping me with that. That's good. We could get on a $2,000 pyramid and win.
Yeah. I got a chance to work with all those people.
Robert Preston and Chris Christopherson. Was that Semi-Tough also? No.
So, all that. Semi-Tough. Brian Dennehy, it was his first movie.
Brian Dennehy's first movie.
Brian Dennehy was his first movie.
Did he leave us too, Brian Dennehy?
No.
He's still around.
Brian Dennehy's still kicking.
Good.
You know, you don't like to go political, but I keep bothering you about going political.
Well, they don't go political on this show. You can go political. Go right ahead.
Political light.
Shine that political light.
About the debate.
Oh, did you watch the debate? Did you see?
I watched the debate last night.
Yes.
The debate was one thing. My comment is about the moderator.
Yeah, I was
They ran over him like a herd of horses.
Didn't they? They just ran over that guy. Let me just finish one more thing, and I just got a couple of words, and they take another minute.
This poor guy. He didn't stand a chance. He looked like a deer in the headlights.
He did.
And he kept saying, well, we've got one more. No, you don't. We got this more.
We only got 3 minutes left. Let me remind you.
Well, I had 5 seconds before you interrupted me.
That's right. I thought that was pretty good. Jim Lehrer.
They got to get another guy.
I think they will
They got to get another guy. And this guy has got to hold the line. Because all of a sudden it just seemed like as soon as they knew they could run over him, it was like those replacement referees.
They just went for it.
Stopping
Right? Did you notice on a couple of shots you could see lights in front of them? So there's a green light and a red light. And obviously, you talked while it was green. As soon as it was red, you're supposed to stop. And they did not stop.
And he was
shuffling papers.
What was his name?
Jim Lehrer.
Jim Lehrer.
Just him shuffling papers to ask the next question. He was sort of off place.
Barack may have got a low score. Romney may have got a high score.
But Jim Lehrer got no score.
If there's no debate, he did not win his position.
Poor guy.
This guy, yeah. So that there has to be a definite discussion about who's going to be the moderator next time this show goes on.
That's it.
He can't be the one.
He's it. Now, Lead Belly. We didn't get to that film. Tell me about that.
Well, man. Just like that. Just tell you about that.
Tell me about it. How'd you get the role? Tell me about it. I want to hear about what it was like doing that film. But first, how'd you land that role?
Oh, Garden Parks had gone all over everywhere trying to make up his mind who he wanted to play this role. His biggest dilemma was, and he said I taught him something there. His biggest dilemma was, did he get a guitar player and then teach him how to act, or get an actor, teach him how to play the guitar?
Very interesting.
So everybody had originally been up for this role. Sidney Poitier had been up for the role, but the role goes through an aging process. It starts from him as a young man and goes to him as a much older man. And Sidney eventually turned down the role. He would have been the first choice, because he felt that he might have been embarrassed himself trying to play a lot younger.
Right.
As young as the role wanted him to play. A guy going through his first love, his adolescent love.
Right.
And then maturing into a grown man. It was the adolescent love scene that Sidney Poitier felt it would be wrong for him to pull off. They had brought up to Halle Belafonte, who immediately turned it down. And then they had some young, really aspiring actors who were coming into play. And so I was in the commitment with them. The thing that sold Garden Parks on me, he later told me, was the fact that every time I dealt with him, and this was natural, I had I mean, I had only heard about Garden Parks. I had seen Learning Tree and other things, seen his photography, and just seeing him as a person, I mean, he was the epitome of what I wanted to be. So I guess I gave him the respect as a paternal person of African American descent. Otherwise, he represented my heritage. And he said, when I first met him, and he asked me something, he said, unlike anyone else, I said, yes, sir. And he said, I had to roll when I said that. He said, because nobody was treating their elders with respect anymore. And that's what this character needed to do. And when he got that from me, that's what sold him on the road.
He knew you had the essence of the character.
Right. And I did it because I did respect him, and it was the way I was raised.
That's heavy duty. And because it's amazing how little things can come out of it. That's
right.
What they're looking for in the character. Mm-hmm. So the guitar playing?
We tried. Man, I took lessons. I tried everything I could. First problem was I was left hand. And the guy with the guitar immediately just gave me the guitar and put it on my right side. I didn't know that I wasn't supposed to try to learn on the right side. And so somewhere after we spent about 2 weeks blowing that up, he noticed me writing or doing something. He said, you left hand? I said, yeah. He says, oh, man.
All right, we got more coming up straight ahead on the PM Show Weekend Edition with Robert Conrad and Roger E. Mosley. Homeowners